Friends, today we are going to discuss about hiatus hernia. So let me first tell you what is the normal anatomy or normal position of various organs, that is specifically esophagus and stomach. Normally the lowermost end of the esophagus and stomach, they lie in the area called abdomen, that is tummy part of our body. And there is a muscle called diaphragm which separates this tummy or abdomen from the chest. When the hole through which the esophagus passes into the abdomen becomes big for various reasons, there is a tendency of lower end of the esophagus and stomach to go inside the chest because of the negative pressure. And once that happens, it is called herniation. And once the esophagus and stomach goes into the chest cavity, it is known as hiatus hernia. It is not normal, it is a disease, but in many patients, it does not cause any major problem or symptom. And in many cases, it is incidentally detected in the form of small hiatus hernia once patient is subjected to a test called endoscopy. But with time, if this condition is ignored or the reason behind it, that is for example obesity or reflux disease, if they are persistent for long, then this hiatus hernia starts increasing in size and more part of the abdomen, like sometimes stomach, whole of the stomach, even other organs like colon, everything, omentum, they goes inside the chest. Once that happens, they starts producing symptoms. There are three types of hiatus hernia. Type 1, where only the esophagus and upper part of the stomach goes as it is inside the chest. In second part, the junction between the esophagus and stomach remains in the abdomen, but only the stomach part goes inside the chest. It is called type 2, and a type 3 when there are both the components in it. So the symptoms of hiatus hernia includes dysphagia, it includes heartburn, it includes regurgitation and water breath sometimes if it is associated with reflux disease. Many times it may cause acute dysphagia leading to ischemia, that is disruption of blood supply to the stomach which is inside the chest because of the tight narrowing and leading to strangulation and gangrene, although this complication is rare in occurrence. Now what is the treatment of this disease? In initial part, majority of them can be treated successfully medically with few lifestyle changes and medical treatment. But in many patients, if they lead them to development of dysphagia or more serious symptoms, in those cases, surgical correction is needed. The good thing is it can be done laparoscopically, that is by keyhole surgery, where we go inside, remove all the organs which are inside the chest and put them back into the stomach or abdomen, and after that we tighten the area that is called hiatus, that is the hole, so that no extra organ goes inside the chest. In many cases, if the hole is very big, we might have to repair that with the help of mesh. And once that is done, we add a wrap that is called fundoplication to prevent its recurrence. It is a very successful and very low risk surgery and is very patient friendly with minimum possible pain. Hospitalization is also not much. It is only for 2 to 3 days that patient needs to be hospitalized, and by this patient can be cured of this disease. Thank you.